When I hear those words, Lord have mercy, Christ have mercy, they echo through my mind this week. Mercy for Troy Davis? Yes. For those who administered the lethal injection? Definitely. For us, as a people, a nation, who would allow this and participate in this happening? Definitely. We are called into a way of life and renewal and forgiveness. But here, what do we experience and what do we proclaim? Death, destruction, no hope for the other. How do we reframe that conversation? Again, I'm not saying whether he was innocent or guilty, but I am saying that capital punishment as we know it is not humane or life-giving. And the sentences that are meted out fall especially on those who are African American men or ethnic minorities. God have mercy. Christ have mercy. We are called to renewal, to turn around. Here in our life as a community of faith, we think about ways that we might change or refocus. Where are those places that we are called into action or into service? I remember soon after arriving here at Calvary, hearing the story about a couple of the good Swedish women in our congregation. Yes, I'm well aware that Ole and Sven jokes or Ole and Lena jokes can fall short here in Minnesota. But I think it points us also, as we share in that historical context and as who we are as a people in the state, to some of the things that have also been tied with that. Humor and struggle. That after I arrived here, I heard the story of a couple of good Swedish women from Calvary who went to a local home and welcomed their new neighbors, an African American family. Welcome to the neighborhood, they said, and they gave fresh bread and a hot dish. And when they introduced themselves and shared their name, of course this is the 1950s, 1960s, they said, "We go to Calvary, that's our church. Your church is," and they pointed down the street. When I hear that story, my heart sinks. That we were a community once upon a time that laughed heartily at all the old Swedish and Norwegian jokes. But we were missing out on a broader picture of who God was calling this place to be. Recently, I met a young woman, not so young anymore, but her name is Annette Rodriguez. Rodriguez hid a portion of her life and background. Her maiden name was Palmquist. Her father was Pastor Palmquist here at Calvary. And from the 60s until 1972, he worked to turn with this congregation in a new way. To look at the neighborhood in a new way, to be a place that is truly welcoming and life-giving. He and Pastor Luther Olson worked to welcome through the nursery school and other programs. Didn't you know what his reward was here at Calvary? He got a letter asking for his resignation. They didn't want him stirring the pot, making changes. It was a privilege to walk around the building with his daughter. She had tears coming to her eyes as she looked at the pictures of the Sunday school on the wall, as she heard about the Urban Arts Academy, Crossroads, as she heard that we are welcoming people of different backgrounds and sexual orientations, that this is truly a place that is alive and vibrant here in South Minneapolis, that has found a new way of being. And she said, oh, if my dad could see this now. He's 92. He's living in Edina. But there's still a lot of pain in terms of coming back to this place and what that would look like. It's my hope that he will find a way that he can come back at some point and be proud. To know that God was active in this place and in this community, turning the people around, looking to a new vision. And what will be that next thing? Corporately, where God's healing, God's salvation will be known. Continuing to work on race and racism. Finding ways of blessing those in committed relationships well and good. Finding ways that we lift up our children while also care for those who are elderly. Joining hands together as a people of faith. We can do the lip service, right? That's part of the gospel reading. There are those who say, yeah, we're all about it. We're that son who says, this is a good vision. I like it. I'm going to do it. But what happens when our life gets a little too busy? Or something really good is on TV and we just can't make it to that meeting or that event? Or what happens when we're tired and we just need that rest? Someone else will do it, right? Not up to me today. And then there are those who recognize how crazy life can be, perhaps, or perhaps struggle with it. But at the end of the day, show up. Go about the work. Jesus asks, which one did the work? The work of the Father, the work of the parent. The one who said, it's too hard, I'm tired, there's a lot happening in my life, but carves out that niche of time, that energy to make it happen? Or is that one that pays lip service? Oh yeah. Great idea, love it. Like to be involved. I'll be there tomorrow. And then bails. Which one does the work of the Father? For us, this year, we're going to be tackling some tough stuff. Race, next steps envisioning, finding ways to live faithfully and deeply as a community. Are you going to be one who's about lip service? Or are you going to carve out that little bit extra? Show up. Do the work. You see, we all have opportunities to turn around, to do a new thing. Turn around. Be saved. Because at the end of the day, the bridge could be out. Or God could simply be calling us in a very prophetic way to be about a new thing. Thanks be for the witness that has been, but is yet to come.